What's happening here is that because of the vehicles traveling in the same ruts on the driveway, they're wearing out two ruts that the water begins to follow, in spite of the fact that there was an adequate crown on this, and now the water is traveling the entire length of the driveway here on each side and causing washing instead of the water running off the edges, which is what I'm here to restore this morning. I've replaced the bucket with a front-mounted landscape rake that I've adapted for this purpose. You'll see why the advantage of the front-mounted rake for this type of grading versus anything mounted on the rear. And now the challenge is to bring the shoulders in to help reestablish a crown. I've angled the landscape rake for this purpose, and I'll probably pick up one wheel, adjust that wheel up so I can pull material to the center. Note that these are commercial grade wheels that have been adapted. Here I've switched the angle of the front-mounted rake around, and I've raised the wheel on the opposite side so I can again pull more of that material from the shoulder. The next step in the process is to put the rake straight with the wheels even so it's flat and it can push straight ahead like a bulldozer, or even a bucket in that case. I'm going to move that material that I've loosened now from the sides. I'm going to put that back up the hill. There is some debris in it, but I should be able to rake that debris out because the tool that I'm using is traditionally called a rake. The primary reason for pushing the material up the hill is that water and gravity have worked it down the hill. So the logical place is to put it back where it came from. Again, it's critical that it have the amount of binder in it that it had originally to be able to re-adhere and firm up on the surface of the road. Sometimes that doesn't happen because the water has taken the fines out of the material. Secondly, winter sand is used heavily in this area, and that has no binder in it, and that can dilute the surface of the material if it's tried to be worked back into it. This is, the pitch on this driveway is about 10 inches and 4 feet, but it is quite steep, which is why it needs tending to keep from washing out. This is the grade bar that's used to finish after everything has been graded. This smooths out everything. It also helps to get rid of the grader berm off the shoulders. Very effective, very simple. The driveway is nearly finished. All that's left is to roll it. For right now, looking at the crown, should be about 1.5 inches, 2 inches in the, about 2 inches in the length of a 4-foot level. 1/2 inch per foot. That's just about what we got here. In here, the driveway has been graded, smooth, compacted with the tractor, and ready to face the next rainstorm. Again, proper crown shape so the water can go off each side, and a water turnout here to take the water away from the driveway just as quickly as possible. And the other side, almost the entire driveway is pitched so that water can run off. Now the hard part will be training people not to drive in the same ruts all the time.